Good morning. This is Dan Lyons with the Redevelopment Authority.
Perfect.
I don't have a webcam, so I'm just dialing in with my telephone. I hope that's okay.
That's fine. Yep. You may go ahead.
We wanted to see your beard.
I think it's better that you don't.
Dan, we've got Matthew on as well. He's
Good morning, everybody.
Morning,
Okay,
Matthew.
Jamie, would you like us to do the HDC business first then?
Mr. Chairman, is that all right? Well,
Yes. Yep.
Okay, sure.
Okay, Matthew, you can go ahead and introduce your business.
Thank you very much. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Great, wonderful. Thank you very much for your time this morning. We are grateful for the county's continued support for our beachfront apartments project. As a very brief update, we've had a very good year in terms of making progress. Received funding, allocation of tax credits from PHBA last year. Worked through the land development process. Had great experience working with Bethel Township through that process. Received conditional approval back in March for our land development plan, and I've been working towards closing since then. The reason we've requested to speak with you today is regarding the $500,000 commitment of Act 137 funds for the project. Due in part to COVID-19 and the many delays obviously we've seen in being able to process things, work through things, we're basically facing a small timing delay in terms of our final closing and our ability to acquire the site. Our site control expires at the end of this month, May 31st. However, due to, again, some delays in processing and working through things, particularly as the virus came and shut things down, we are anticipating that the funding that would be available to take on the site that we were originally intending to use, the equity funding through the project, will not become available until early June at this point, basically, partially due to that. And so we are asking here if we would be able to utilize the Act 137 funds that were awarded to acquire the site and basically cover the site acquisition cost and the associated costs of acquisition, namely the transfer taxes and any legal processing costs as part of this project. Regarding our plans going forward after that, we have worked with our investors, with PHBA, to ensure that we have good cushion built into our construction plan and the rest of our development plan to deal with COVID-19 and any further delays. So we've extended our construction period to make sure that we're able to maintain funding and complete the project thank you very much. Complete the project on a schedule that will work too. So we're able to work through delays now that we understand the landscape that we're looking at further. But again, we're still facing this kind of initial timing delay with the acquisition of the land. And so we would ask if we could use the soft loan that you guys approved that we're very grateful for this acquisition.
Matthew, I'm looking at your letter. I do not see an amount that you are requesting.
So the total award for the $500,000 that's the total award. The acquisition price for the land is $458,000. That we'd be requesting for that, along with associated transfer taxes, and I can pull up the estimated amounts. It's a fairly small amount of approximately $4,580, and then some associated legal fees with processing the acquisition. So it would be.
Would you give that number a little more slowly?
My apologies. Sorry. So the total acquisition price of the land is $458,000. That includes the acquisition price and then the extension fees that we paid to maintain our site control up until this date. So that's the total acquisition price. And then in addition to that, there would be a transfer tax of
You said
$4,580, and then a small associated legal cost for processing the transaction. I don't have the exact amount there, but it's fairly small. So it would be fully covered by the total award amount, all of those costs, and we'd have a bit left over after that would go towards construction as planned.
Might be helpful to just clarify, this is an amount or an allocation that you previously approved.
Mhm.
Matt's here to just ask for a different sequence in the timing of the allocation. So typically it would be used toward the construction and so on, but because of the delays, not losing control of the property, you must have closing by May 29th, I think. Is that correct? And
Yeah, our site control is through May 31st, but we're trying to close on May 29th.
so if it goes beyond that, then you may be back to square one and lose the whole thing.
Yeah,
So-
that would be an issue.
So we're loaning you this money. What is the interest rate you're going to pay us on it?
So for soft loan, and what we've been working with since the amount was awarded, for soft loan, usually we see on these either a 0% rate with deferred payments to the 30-year term of the loan, and then full repayment either at the end of the loan term or at refinancing, which in our case usually is around 15 years when we do a rehabilitation effort, refinance that would provide an opportunity to repay. In the cases where soft loans have interest rates, they're almost always a very nominal rate. Again, the purpose of which is to make sure the affordable housing project is not burdened and is able to maintain affordability for that time period. But it would remain a stable loan. Sorry, my apologies.
No, I thought you were done. I'm sorry. Our redevelopment authority certainly has to have some funding to pay their bills and do the handling, et cetera. And so it's not uncommon for us to charge 2 to 4% on these kinds of loans.
I'm not sure that.
We've already approved the terms, I think, in prior business of the board,
Yeah, we're just modifying
the timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not requesting additional money at all.
Yeah.
I think they're seeking it at 0%. In terms of the redevelopment authority, I mean, the percentage that is charged on the soft loans, I believe, goes back into the fund, the Act 137 fund. Is that correct, Daniel?
That is correct.
How do you guys get paid for the handling, Dan?
We can charge our time directly to the Act 137 fund at cost. That's typically how we would do that.
Thank you.
Okay, are we ready to accept the motion? Anything else for discussion?
I'll make a motion to abide by the new schedule that's necessary to make this project move forward.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion, clarification needed? If not, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much for your support and time. We're extremely grateful. And we look
All
forward
right,
to
Matthew. Stay well, Matthew. Okay. Dan, drop.